Hi there, guys. Well, cities, skylines. Fucking yes, this is how SimCity and Cities XL should have done it. This is a true city simulator as we expect them, as we grew up with, as we want them to be. And what's even better is the integration of something like this, the Steam workshop, where people create something awesome and I can just download it and use it in my game instantly. Fucking yes. Alright, welcome. I'm taking a look at Cities Skylines. This is a new game, and if we click credits we can see who made it, I hope. There we go. CO Colossal Order. And enough with that. Let's get into the game. I played. Let's see what Steam says. Steam say I've played 15 hours. The game came out yesterday. And as soon as I got the message that the game was launched, I just instantly just went and downloaded and played it. I cancelled everything else that day. And it's well worth it. This game is fun. This game has the entertainment value I was looking for in a city simulator. And the graphics are great. Well, they're not that great. They're not fucking awesome, man. But they're okay. They're okay. Let's take a look. I got a few saves already. And I only got a few because when you play this game, initially I started a city just to learn the game, just get the hang of it. Unfortunately, to get a hang of it, it took me 5 minutes, but then I just was drawn right into the game and I kept playing and playing and playing and was just focusing on that first city. Hang on. There we go. Some light. Anyway, here we go. This is actually my second city in my first city. Well, what the hell? Yeah. The problem was I was building this amazing city. And then my cat came. You know him. You saw him in one of my previous videos. And he stepped on my keyboard. And apparently he had quick load. And I had not saved for a couple of hours. So I was just like, oh fuck. But then I decided, hit pause, just like we used to in the old SimCity Classic, and just delete the entire city. I went over and deleted every road, I deleted all the water pipes and everything. And I started the city again with my new learned city building, designing skills, and a fair amount of cash and all the unlocks as well. So that really helped. This is normal mode. That's why you see these flashing icons. You can see there are some dead people here. These people are actually complaining about bodies not being picked up. So when I click it, you can see a dead person is waiting for transport. I don't think the dead person is waiting for transport. The dead person already left. You need to get the dead body. Over here we have some problems with some factories which has been left. Some buildings that has burned out. That's still one of those things. I'm quite sad that I need to click the bulldozer and click this building, because really the mayor shouldn't really be clicking out single structures like that when somebody leaves it. So I found out these buildings are left or abandoned. And eventually they'll just rebuild themselves, so I don't really need to do anything. In the beginning I was deleting all of them. There you go, you can see this one just did it. So they are actually going to start to build here now. That's an awesome animation. And another thing that's really, really special in this game is the roads. Check out the roads. There's different layouts. Well, there is no layout. You can do what you feel like, what you want. You can try out different things to see what can make my traffic situation better. You can see here, I have a freeway up here. One direction on each road, apparently, right? And they can drive down, but into this industrial area they need to drive down this way only, and to get out they need to drive this way. No crosses over here. So you have a lot of options to really manipulate traffic. And you can see we got a bit of a queue right here. Oh, we could do something about it. We also got a queue up on the ramp. So that indicates to me this is an area I need to do something about, and I already can see the problem. The problem is I have 1, 2, 3 intersections in a very short space. Intersections very close are going to be a problem, but we can do something about it. Let's not right now. Let's not. This entire area is basically just buildings, shops, offices, etc. Oh yeah, and graveyards. You need graveyards or cemeteries. Or even, what's they called? Crematoriums. Yeah, that's right. They're actually called the same in Danish, so that's a bit silly. Anyway, and you can see my city space, my border. You can kind of see this dotted line right here. But that's not a problem. That's really not a problem. Because I also have this, I just haven't built anything on it yet. So it's quite big. Then here's the thing. When your city grows, you also get the option to click this button. And you get the option to buy additional spaces around it. And I don't know how far out you can build. I think this screen limit is the limit. But that's pretty far. That's a lot bigger than SimCity. Right now I think my limit is 2 square kilometers. That's a lot of people to dot into 2 square kilometers. Other than that, the game is just like any other city builder. Or, well, really not. Check this out. This is subway lanes. Also have bus lanes, that's the blue ones. Train goes up here. Actually, one is driving right down there. And harbors, I just don't have any. What's they called? No ferry routes in my water area, so I have no ferries to connect to. And I'm not sure how to set that up yet. I unlocked it, but I just haven't experimented with it yet. You have your fire department, your police department, your health. Well, that's into categories because we have health, then we have death, and you kind of need cemeteries and crematoriums to pick up the dead people. Otherwise, people will leave. Then we have garbage. So we have only 2 ways right now of dealing with garbage. We have a landfill and incinerators. But that's fine. Down here we have water. So we need to, just like in the classic SimCity games, we need to add water pipes. So you simply just click a water pipe and you can add it out into the environment like that. And you can see which areas are covered with water. And when you add the water pipe, or drainage pipe, they actually follow together. You can see there's 2. The blue is water, the green is sewage. You also need a sewage treatment plant or something like a drain pipe where you just drain everything out into the water. That's actually pretty funny because you're going to pollute. I don't know if you can see it, but if you look in the water, you can see around this area right here, the water is sort of a bit darker than out here. And that's from these sewage treatment plants. They're cleaning the water, because when you're not using those and you just drop in a few of these, I can assure you the water is going to be black. And then there's another thing, you need to consider the stream of the water. You can see there's arrows. So you need to pump water into the city before you pump it out. Otherwise you will be pumping in bad water if you want. And I don't think you want that. There's of course also water towers. I just don't use them. Different power facilities and power lines. Oh yeah, power lines. I don't even think I have any on this map. Oh yeah, here we go. Power lines up to my train stations. My subway right there, and you can see there's statistics. And there's statistics for everything. I remember SimCity, they said something like, oh, every goddamn car and every citizen is simulated. Well, I can click on each thing and they appear to have a goal and leaving. Sorry. Where they came from and a destination. The buses have lines and you can modify the lines. Basically, you can just move the stops and delete the line. That's your modification. But when you see citizens like that, you can click on them and you can see things like that. I don't know if every citizen is simulated, and I don't care. This is fine. I don't even care if this data is just random generated. But the fun thing is I can click him and I can click his workplace. Well, he works here apparently, and he lives way over here. So I can kind of see, well, what's the distance for him to travel to and from work. You can see he's up here and he lives down here. So he has a long way home. So he can either take the subway or a bus line. I have plenty of bus lines and a subway in his area. So that's fine. How awesome is that? Well, there's something else. Something very cool. That is so... Well, you know how you define different zones. So you can only build them from the road and out. You can't build into this empty area, and you can't create these blocks of road. But you can design them on your own like this, right? So that's fine. And then you can build housing on that. And that's different types of houses. There's low density residential and high density residential. So either suburbs or downtown New York. There's no middle ground. Then we have low density commercial zones, gas stations, drugstores, etc. And then we have high density, that's shopping malls, big stores, etc. Industrial, there's only one type of industrial, but you can influence the type of industrial that's going to be built in that area. Then we have offices, very important, and a very high income. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of money, I think. And then there's the elite. So, how can you influence what is being built where? Well, one thing that's important to know is the resources in your area, and you can get this filter option out, and yeah, just like, well, oh yeah, there's noise. You have to worry about noise, because people will move if there's too much noise. Anyway, down here is one called natural resource. And you can see there's sort of a dark blue area, green up here, yellow right here in the middle of the city, black, yellow. And there's a small chart here that says black is oil, blue is ore, orange, yellowish is fertile land, that's for farming, and green is for forestry. Well, we have this blue area right in the middle of our train yard. Check this out, this is blue. So, I want to mine ore right here. So I'm going to take my industrial and plumb that in right there. I'm going to make sure there's water and there's power. Let's just get some power. There we go. Going to hit play. And we're just going to give them a few minutes to build something. And don't worry about that's not connected. Well, that's because it's the end of the line. The end of line is not connected to anything until they build a house right here. There we go. And what are they building? Goods Unlimited. Garments Limited. Well, that's not what I wanted. I wanted ore industry. I wanted to add to my city's ore production. You can see I'm producing 0 units per week. Okay. So the way you change the production in this area is you define this zone as something else. So you click the zoning tab and you can see I have these zones. They are just defined by me. But this zone I want to be something else than these two. So I can take the delete tool and my brush size and just... Okay, this has to be something else. I'm going to make a new zone. There we go. And it's automatically being given a name. You can see it's Robin Park. And there's some information about it. And there's no specialization. Next thing I do is I'm clicking this tab down here under my picture, policies. I'm going to click my zone, Robin Park. So you can see up here it says district policies, Robin Park. Services, I can have these services enabled. Taxation, I can increase tax on specific things in this area. City planning, well, I can also change different things about what's going on here, or give them bonuses if they want, or if I want to do it, of course. Well, they all seem fine. Then I'm going to hit the districts tab again. And then I'm going to look at these things right here. You can see I have forestry, farming, ore, oil, and industry. They are all by default industry. So I want to change this one to ore. So I'm going to click the ore, and I'm going to click Robin. Don't know if you can see it, but we got this small one right under the name. And if I click it now, you can see it's all industry specialization. And the new factory that was there just got deleted. This one got deleted. I'm not doing anything. It's on its own. I just signed a piece of paper saying that the type of industry in this area has to be of this type. Here we go, a new industry. This one is called the Copper Company. We can see the amount of required workers and different levels of the worker. Let's speed it up. There we go. So there we go. Now we have industry of the correct character for this hood area, neighborhood, district. Call it what you want. We can control what people are building in these areas. That's actually quite awesome. There's actually a mining thing going on right here. They are mining for material. How awesome is that? Then I can now click my natural resource. And I'm producing for 5, or you can see it's increasing units per week. And these production units influence how my entire city is growing, workers, shops, etc. That is very, very cool. You can see zinc, iron, and copper. Very nice. Steelworks, Iron Forge, your uranium. Brilliant name. Uranium are us. Anyway. So, let's see. Well, we have a lot of problems in the city, and that's because I'm not really taking care of it while I'm talking to you. And yeah, you really have to manage to take care of the city, because you can see all these red flashing are causing people to leave because there are no way to get rid of dead bodies. Well, one very, very quick solution is to take some road. Let's add some trees to it. Extend it out this direction. There we go. And I'm simply going to add another crematorium. There we go. And we can see how many hearses we have in use. 3 of 9 right now. And they are able to store 105 dead bodies. And you can see how many they processed last week. I actually have one up here that's in function. So 2 last week, and they are only storing 1. So there's a problem somewhere. And the problem is really my road layout. I'm sure of it. Otherwise they would have a lot more. You can see the cemetery has 1,774 bodies out of 3,000. And eventually they will be full. Just like this one down here. This cemetery is full, meaning it's useless to me now. I could then start to empty it out into another facility. Meaning if all your cemeteries are full, maybe you just empty out the bodies into a crematorium. This one is almost full. There's even a person who has died in the park. That's unfortunate. Well, the park can be a dangerous place. There's another way we can influence how good they are to pick up bodies. Well, that's finances. So we can click our finance tab. We can go into our budget. And then I can look at my healthcare budget. Because death and healthcare follows under the same budget. But it's already at maximum. I'm paying 150%. That is why they have so many. They have extra hearses, both the cemeteries and the crematoriums have extra hearses. And the amount of vehicles are really determined on how much money you throw at them. So you can do the same if you really need more firefighters, but you don't have anywhere to place a fire station. You can just throw more money at them and they'll buy more fire trucks, etc. Got some power out here. I'm all about that green power. You can see I got windmills, I got a solar power plant. Oh, there's one more power thing I really enjoy. That's this bad boy. Let's check him out. Hydro power plant. Yes. It's not called a hydro power plant. It's called a dam. Dam. I used to build them in Minecraft as well. But check this out. The power produced is determined on how much water is flowing through it. Just like in real life. And you can see there's arrows, and the arrows have different sizes depending on where they are located. You can see this is narrow, so of course they have a tougher time getting through. So if I wanted a bridge, I could implement a bridge and a dam at the same time right across here. You can see it says estimated power 0. Well, it's estimating 0 watts because I'm already generating more than enough, as you can see up here. And as long as I'm generating more than I need, it won't be influenced. One thing I'm just really annoyed about is really when I do a small dam like this or a big dam like this, they all say, you can see it says 16 megawatts in any size configuration, and that's not a realistic situation. It should really be depending on how big it is and how many turbines you can have inside the plant. But it doubles as a road, and that's pretty cool, I think. Road construction. We have a lot of different roads, and they do a lot of different things. You can see the highways, but the highways won't let you build next to it, so that's also realistic. No highways through the neighborhood anymore. And you have different roundabouts, etc. But I found the roundabouts that comes with the game are kind of shitty. They're kind of huge, and they don't have to. You can build your own that's much smaller. Or, here we go, even better. Let's hit escape, quit to main menu. If I needed some sort of special junction, I can see, oh, people have made these out here and they're actually cool. Oh, this one looks cool, and I click it. It opens up the Steam workshop, and I can see, Oh, he made this double roundabout for both automobiles, cars, and pedestrians, right? That's one thing I forgot to mention. There's a sidewalk in this game. You can add sidewalks. How cool is that? There you go. This is beautiful. Beautiful intersection. And here is showcased inside the city. And you can just subscribe and download it. How cool. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. There you go. Workshop. Check out all these items people are making on their own. And you can just put them in your game. Right now there's a limitation. You can see it says down here mods enabled 3. You can have mods. Right now there's only these 3 mods. Unlimited money, unlock all, and hard mode. I think I'm going to use this hard mode next time. And maybe I'll start a playthrough. Or just, you can't really play through because there's no end of this game. But maybe I'll do a hard mode play. You build your own assets and add them in game. There's an editor in the game. You can control yourself. This is incredible, the work that and detail that went into this game from an indie studio. I think the price tag is absolutely right. This is a great game, great price. And what's even more surprising, when you play the game and look at it. Here you go. This is my old city. My cat was erasing for me. Very nice guy. Stupid cat. Let's see. Well, this was my first city, and we can see we have these nice arches. I have a pollution area over here. I'm pumping in water. I have a dam, even the same map as the other one. And my industrial area is clogged up. My train yard over here. Another train yard for passengers here. I got a farming area over here. It's basically farming industry. You can see corn silos, animals, etc. Only thing I really wanted to add to this game, if something, was when defining a farm area like this, they would plot out the areas behind the industry as farms, huge fields and such. Not required, but I would think something like a huge field would add some sort of benefit to the local industry. They would be able to produce more of some sort of corn or food, if that's what they were doing, right? And in this game I was just experimenting. This was my first game reloaded here, and I was just experimenting with different layouts. And you can see here we have, these are the pedestrian walk paths. Let's see what they're called actually. They're on the trees right there, and this one. Pavement path and gravel path. And people can walk on them, ride bikes, etc. That's how they work, but you can't drive on them. So that's pretty cool. Of course you have your pavement next to the road, but if you want to create some sort of shortcut or something, that's pretty awesome. Awesome! Also, if there's a problem road where you want your pedestrians to cross the highway or something, it might be a good idea to add these pathways so they can walk all the way. Otherwise they will start to complain about that as well. Yes, they do complain. And that is what this Twitter feed up here is for. They are just posting different hints to the mayor about what's going on in the city. And usually I don't have any crime. And that's weird. I got not enough police in any way. My crime is always low. So often you see the police being twittering about want to rent empty space with secure doors, call 911 for more information. So they're actually renting out the cells as storage lockers. How cool is that? That's a cool city. So don't really think I have more to say. Well, of course, when you start a new city, you don't have all these items. You unlock them as they grow, and you press U as an unlock, and you can see you go through these stages where you start out little hamlet, move up, worthy village, and you unlock different things along the way each time. Because you need to have certain amount of people living in your city before you can build different things. Unlike these unique buildings, once you unlock them, they are always unlocked until you decide I don't want them anymore. You can always reset them in the main menu. I don't see why you would do that unless you want to do some sort of challenge. I don't know. You can see. I think it's under MISC. There you go. Reset unique building unlocking. So that's it. Yeah. Lots of great options. Oh yeah. Check this out. Color correction override. Mine is tropical right now. And that's because the game kind of gets this dark, grainy feel, and I'm just tired of brown colors everywhere. Many games released these days are just dark and brown. There's no coloring. So, let's check out this area. We got this industrial area. We got some forest and some city over here. So let's switch this mode right now. So, this is how it should have looked. See, it's still nice, dark green. Very good colors. You can see it's kind of bright. The colors are kind of very strong colors. Very strong blue, red. There's not much. I like it. It's still great looking. And we have this one. Let's try temperate. It's very hard to see any difference. Let's try Boreal. Very bright. Still the same colors, but it's like we added a gamma value on top of anything, or a brightness filter. And then my favorite, the tropical. We added a. Feels like we have kept the brightness filter, but we added some sort of color correction on top of the brightness. So we have it very bright and color corrected. I like that. Most amazing thing about this game, it's made in Unity. Unity 5. How about that? So, awesome game. If you're thinking about getting it and you are a city builder fan, this is a must-have. Unlike Cities XL, Cities XXL, SimCity Society, SimCity 5, they're all shit. This is a true successor or next generation of city builders, following up from the last true city builder, which was SimCity 3000, in my opinion. SimCity 4 was okay in many ways. It just never lived up to its predecessors. This thing does, but maybe it's because it's been more than 10 years or even longer. I can't even remember now, since we have a good city builder. I think I'll make a few playthrough videos or just let's play videos with City Skylines where I'll be building a city. You can see down in the background here, there's also airports. I just haven't even unlocked it yet. So, I really hope you enjoyed, and maybe it helped you to decide whether or not to get this game. And if you do get it, awesome choice. Unfortunately, there's no multiplayer. That's the only good thing that came with SimCity 5 was the multiplayer. Unfortunately, SimCity 5's multiplayer was shit and it didn't work, and the idea of working together in the way Maxis, rest in peace, had that idea was just bullshit. That's not the way to do a multiplayer, but hey. They failed. Somebody else picked up the ball where they dropped, and it's rolling on. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.